All right, some more statistics here.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine.
It's good to hear. Uh, I got a little bit of an update for Arby's here, and also I had a question for statistics as well.
All right.
Give me one moment here. Okay, I'm back. So quickly with Arby's, the GM said that um, that basically I could be like a shift manager. GM apparently I didn't have enough hands-on experience or whatever, but what I need to do is apparently like wait for them to reset my online account and then apply again, but I don't know when they're going to do that. But my understanding, I need to call back next Tuesday.
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah, so call back next Tuesday, and pretty much from there, the only other additional thing I was told was GM like was asking me like shirt size and all that, so they're basically already ordering uniform.
Yeah. So what they're gonna do is put you through all the job functions.
I guess. I mean, I don't know what else to do. Well, yeah, pretty much that's what they're
As a
doing.
manager, if you're gonna be telling them what to do, you gotta know what they have to do.
Yeah.
And then you'll be a shift manager. Well, that's good.
Yeah, but I don't know how long I'm going to be there. Especially because my understanding they're offering like $10 an hour.
Yeah.
Which I mean is not a lot at all. It's nothing really.
But when you get up to the managing level, you'll get more.
Well, I mean technically I'm in a managing position, but
yeah, but you're not fully trained.
Yeah. So I mean, there's two options that I can think of at this point. Either, well, here's the weird thing, because I was told shift managers make, what did she say, like 36,000 salary?
Okay, I have no knowledge of that, but that would be a good salary.
Yeah, average is 986 according to like the average statistics or whatever. So basically, I'm at average. What is this? How much does shift manager make? Yeah, so it's basically not a lot, especially when they have the Lido grocery store that they're building next door, and they're advertising like $12 to $16 an hour, right on the building.
Yeah. But they haven't promised you a management thing.
Yeah. Speaking of which, let me see if there's anything here. Oh, here we go. System application for store supervisor Matthews. Fortunately, we've decided to move forward with our candidates at this time. We'd like to thank you for giving us the opportunity. Apparently, they found somebody already.
Oh, okay.
All right. And then they give me a link for careers. I mean, DSN error. DNS error. Let me make sure this is working. I'm not sure what it's doing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they were doing with that position, but I'll have to check up on that. So anyway, the online stuff they're wanting me to do of Arby's is not is basically it's still under some sort of block because I already applied for a different position. So I have to wait for hopefully Monday or Tuesday or something the other.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much I don't know what it's going to be. The way I look at it is I have a management thing on my resume I can put down, and then worst case scenario is if things don't go well there, and I don't want to put the GM as a reference, I know who to put as a reference.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So
what were you saying?
what was that question you were going to ask?
Okay, so question I was going to ask you was with statistics, and it involves like around the area of probability.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find the exact question here. All right, so exercise number 3, basic probability. So they're giving me like these math styled questions. And the first 3 I understand and I figured out how to solve it. The last one I don't know. So they have like letters, and each letter corresponds to a value or like a number. Basically, it's a decimal point. And then they have the relationship with each letter. For example, they usually have a U or an upside down U. I think U's for union and upside down U is like intersection or something or other. I don't remember off the top of my head. But the one I'm stuck on is has the letter like a letter and then a line, like a vertical line, and then another letter. And I can't seem to figure out what that is online. I think it's like compared to or ratio to. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
And I don't have even notes on it, and I'm looking in my book and I haven't found anything yet. Okay, here's what I found. It's actually one article says the conditional probability of A given B occurs.
Okay. So that the probability of A.
Okay, so it's conditional probability. So that's when you look up conditional probability.
So given one, what's the probability of the second one?
Yes. So here's the options that I have here. It says this calculator will compute the probability of the event A occurring given that B has occurred. An example, the conditional probability of A given that the joint probability of events of A and B and the probability of event B. So the only thing I have here is I have a value for A and I have a value for B. So let me see what I can do here, because I have probability of A and B, and then probability of B. So A and B, is that the same thing as union?
I'm not so clear on that part, but the way you said it earlier is the probability of one number given that the other one has occurred. Right?
Think so. Oh, here we go. Let me see if I can do this.
That would be.
What's up?
So where are you?
I'm at Baba's right now. You
Yeah.
can probably hear a TV in the back going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just temporarily here for a moment. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, so I have a different setup here. It says use this conditional probability calculator to compute the conditional probability, but they need 2 sets of data, one which I can both provide. This one's better. So and is actually the upside down U, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like an intersect or something.
Yeah, but that basically means and.
Yeah.
So let me see how I'm going to go about calculating that?
So given the probability of B given that A
So,
exists,
and to figure out that, you have to basically times or multiply one probability with another. So, let me open up a calculator here. And what I need to do is A. So there's 0.6. This is not typing normally. 0.6 times, and B is 0.3, 0.3, 0.18. Okay, let me write this down here before I
so
forget.
it's 0.18, right? You just multiply each other.
Right. 1 second here. Uh, six probability of B 0.3. One second here. So 0.18 is my answer. Okay, and then I have B as well, so let me put in 0.18. B is 0.3. All right, where's calculate? There's calculate. Okay, here you go. You do probability of A and with B divided by probability B. That's good too. I'm gonna write this down.
Divide or multiply?
Divide. Which, I mean, they could have done that perhaps in the formula, but all right.
Okay.
Let me make a note of this. Oh, I did not do this correctly. And paste without formatting, see what that writes. Trying to. What's good about this calculator provides me like work on how they calculate it, so I know how to do it myself
Well, that helps.
instead of just computing and giving me a number. It shows me like steps.
Well, that's good.
All right, let me see what I can do here. I want to. All right, so I have that taken care of. Now let me go to the other question here that I needed some help with. If I can open it up. I don't know why, but TV seems to be getting louder. Okay, let me see what the question was. I just had it just a second. Okay, here we go. Found the document, now it's loading. All right, they give me a situation here and they want 4 different sets of data to be found. Okay, write these letters here. Okay. Says the situation here, let the letter R be the event that shares of Alphabet Incorporated. So it says let R be the event that shares of Alphabet Incorporated will increase in value tomorrow, and let the letter F be the event that Alphabet shares will fall tomorrow. They have this question kind of weirdly written here. Let R be the event that shares of Alphabet Incorporated will increase in value tomorrow, and let the letter F be the event that Alphabet shares will fall tomorrow. Let letter L be the event that Mr. Lang will win the state lottery tomorrow, and let the letter C be the event that Mr. Lang will start looking for a new car tomorrow. And then they have this more in like a mathematical format. Let probability of R equal 0.52. Let probability of L equal 0. And then 5 zeros 1. So 0.000001. And then probability that, and then they have a conditional here. C is conditional to L equals to 0.6. And then it says in parentheses, in the real world, probability of L is much smaller than 0.5 zeros and 1.
Yeah. So you're going to have to multiply all of them by each other, right?
That's what I'm assuming, but here's what they're asking. Which of these events is a pair of statistically independent events?
Okay. So what's the first event? Winning. That you win the lottery, right? Or something.
Yeah. So basically, R is the share of Alphabet Inc., I guess. F is the event that shares will drop. L is that Mr. L wins the lottery. C is that Mr. L is going to buy a car, I guess. How to make it more simple.
Well, going to buy the car is contingent on another event.
Yeah. So I'm going to write that Mr. L buys a car is conditional under that L happens.
Yeah.
So
that's not
independent. That's
what I'm saying. That's not independent.
Yeah. So that means that those shares of Alphabet Incorporated then would be dependent, I guess.
Dependent on what?
Well, they're not dependent. They're independent, as in one does not influence or affect the other. Because the stocks growing and falling, they don't affect one another. It's just a number going up and down, or something going up and down in value.
It's unrelated to the other.
Right. They're not letting me copy the text here. I'm just gonna have to write the answers here. What I usually do is I copy the question and copy what, like a setting or something.
Mm-hmm.
Find that to be useful, but let's see here. All right, I'm gonna write down here. Actually, they have an option for me to do voice chats. That's even easier. All right, tools. Where is? Oh, here we go. Voice typing. One moment here. Actually, all right. The two events of the value of shares for Alphabet Incorporated, of which they both rise and fall in value, are independent of each other, in that the probability of R and the probability of L, F, are unrelated to each other. Yeah. Fix some things here. I said L instead of F by accident, sorry. The two events of the values of shares for Alphabet Incorporated both rise and fall in value. I want to make this sentence a little bit. They took what I said and they've kind of written their own thing.
So those two events are related.
No, they're not related. I'm saying that they're not related because that they're not affecting each other in any way.
What does? Yeah. Okay. You're still on that one. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay.
I'm trying to write this in a way that makes sense. Both rise and fall in value, and I should say the values are independent of each other in that the probability of R and the probability of F are unrelated to each other and independent.
Yeah.
Please spell independent. Independent. Okay, I have that correctly. All right, so I have that. So that's A. Let's see what letter B wants. Where is it? Okay. Which of these events is a pair of mutually exclusive events? In other words, does that mean dependent, or am I thinking something else?
No, mutually. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. If they don't, if they're mutually exclusive, it means they're not related to each other. That changes in one does not affect the other.
So that means this is the same question again? That they're independent?
Yeah.
I'm kind of confused. I don't know if they have written this on purpose or they've.
They're just giving me different language.
Yeah, I want to make sure they're giving me different language here, or I'm not missing something or making a mistake in something. I want to double check my work. Does not depend on that of another. Okay, so that's correct. And then mutually exclusive means the same thing. Imagine if it was inclusive, then it would be dependent.
Right. If changes in one is related to changes in the other, doesn't mean they're interrelated.
Okay, here you go. Difference between mutually exclusive. Events that are mutually exclusive if the occurrence of one event excludes the occurrence of the other. So basically, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, so I don't know if the teacher was trying to trick us here or what.
They're just giving you different ways to say it.
Okay. All right, I'm going to just copy this sentence here and rewrite it.
Okay.
All right, so I have that. All right, let me check out this other question. Let's see here. Just had it. Okay, what is the probability not R? So the probability of not being R would be the opposite. So like if the probability is 10%, so not, that would be the 90.
Yes, it's 1 minus that percent. That correlation.
All right.
So the probability of R is, say, 0.3. Then the probability of not R would be 0.7.
All right.
So you subtract it from 1 to get the not.
Okay. All right, just a second here. Let's see. Probability of R is equal to 0.52. So 1 minus 0.52 equals 0.48 if I'm not mistaken.
So the two of them should add up to 1.
Right, and they do that.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's see what the other one was asking. What is the probability that R is conditional of L? Okay.
Say that again.
That R is conditional to L.
And what is L?
All right. L. Okay, here's what I have. L is that 0.00001, like the 5 zeros and a 1. Let me see if I can find a different formula. I feel like there's probably something out there.
So would that be that number subtracted from 1?
Here's what I think is probably going to be here. So here's what it does. If I go by the formula that I was given before, I have to do the AND formula divided by the probability of the second variable here.
Okay.
So that is all right. I need a second here. Copy this one section I did earlier here down below. All right, what was the question? R and L. So first I need to do probability of R, L. Okay, so R.
So that's the probability of R times L?
Yes.
And R is the correlation.
Yes, I believe so. Let me write down what R and L equal to again here. There we go. Zero point 0.00345 1. So that's 0.52 times 0.1235. Then the 1. Calculator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 equals 6052. So okay, so I have that number. So second part, that I need to have here is this next part. So then I have to do, what is it, 0.03451 divided by 0.1234565 52 is equal to, let's see here. Oh, I have that flipped around the wrong way. It's the 5 2 number divided by the 1 with the 1. Make sure I have that my division correctly here. 3, 4, 5, and 1. So this number divided by 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1 equals 0.52. See, now that I'm looking at the numbers, my only concern is that are they purposely trying to like probability of R times L? Well, actually, I mean, this is technically correct. I mean, so I don't know if some of these answers to me look a little off, but I think this is correct.
Okay.
All right, what was the other thing I need to check? All right. Pages today. Send. 3. This is 1. This is 2. Oh, it's only 2 pages. That's nice. Okay. Let's see here. Do you still have some time to go over a couple more questions? If it's late for you, I can stop this or pause it and then continue later.
That would be better because Sally's trying to sleep. So
Okay.
Can you call me tomorrow?
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll call you tomorrow. I wanted to tell you more about Arby's now that I remember.
Okay.
But
sounds like we got to start on it. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
See you tomorrow, Sasha.
Sure, see you tomorrow. Bye now. Не все, но там был вопрос, который я вообще не мог ничего не понимать, как сделать. Но мы нашли формулу, который как на эти вопросы отвечать. И на следующая группа, там 20 очков. И там, короче, 20 вопросов. Первые 8 сделали все. Мне оставалось 12. Но там так сделано, что разделить на 2 группы. Третья группа 8 очков. Четвертая группа 4 очков. Первые 2 группы по 4 сделали. И там очень интересно.
А еще дальше что надо?
Ну, еще им сделать, мне до 12 Да.
Ну не вались ты так, не вались. Зачем ты ломаешь? Ну а когда ты это 12 делаешь?
Ну, это легко, тем более, что я знаю. Да, я хочу желательно завтра, потому что мне не сегодня ночь, а завтра ночь надо сдать. А завтра утром, ну, понимаете, там уже вопросы по другому формате, и я хочу через зиму хотя бы поговорить.
А это самое сделал бы?
Я опять говорю, они мне не дают. Этот мужик, видимо, он должен снять этот блокированный, который было.
Ага.
А он не снял.
А ты позвонил Мирине?
Но она мне сказала, что он может снять этот самый, может не снять.
А если не снимет, то что?
Даже ждать, вторник звонит.
Ты сказала, пусть она ему скажет.
Я это сказал ей. И она что?